Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I'm going to make this video in the style that I like to watch videos. So let's get down to it. This is 12-foot long lumber. This is a 5 or half foot bed, whatever, on a Tundra Crew Max. Here's my problem. I got wood that sticks out way too fucking far from the bed. Cantilever's way too far over. There's also nowhere to tie this stuff down hard flat to the tailgate. So what I did was I picked up this big bed extender. I don't know, $100 Amazon. Had it in the garage for a while. Need to go buy a bunch more lumber, finish this fence. So I'm gonna go ahead and install it, show you how it works. I'm gonna use it in a real life situation. In this video you'll see some clips at Lowe's, show you how to actually use this thing the right way, see if it's worth a damn. So let's see. Comes out about that far past the tailgate, goes into the hitch right there. Standard size hitch. I don't know what the size is, but it goes through here. So I'm going to go ahead. It's got some tie down points here, which is nice. So I'm going to get this piece attached to here, and then you can see what that looks like. So here it is, all installed. Pretty simple. Just put these two bolts down here, bolts it to the arm, and it's good to go. Now this thing folds up and down, which I'll show you in its folded position. I'm one-handed now, but you can see you can fold it up like this. You pop that pin after you pull it out of the hitch or move the tailgate up. You could fold it down, throw it in the bed. Easy storage. So let me go ahead and throw this lumber on here. I got 12-foot material. I'm going to show you what it supports. I can keep my chickens in here. Right, so here's the lumber kind of laid out in the bed. This is 12-foot lumber. That's at its maximum extension here, and you see you only got about, well, hold on, I'll get it. So 27.5 inches cantilevers over the back of the extender, which ain't bad. It's way better than coming out of the tailgate, which was let's see, this was bad yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Lost about 4 boards on the highway. It was not good. It was sticking out over 4 feet from where it was yesterday. So distance to the tailgate on a Tundra, 24 inches. So you're gaining an extra 24 inches from the tailgate extension is really what it is, which, you know, when you're buying long lumber like this, every little bit helps. So 24 inches of extension and then 24 inches cantilever. So the biggest thing to take away from this is the tie down point. So when you run a load without this on here, when you run a load out and it's coming out all this way, there's no, well, especially on the Tundra, without installing them aftermarket, my Ridgeline had them, there's no anchor points down here. So you cannot run a strap over the top of the lumber and cinch it down tight to the bottom of the bed. You really kind of are limited. You could go under the tailgate, obviously, start ratcheting down here, you start screwing up the body, it's a bad thing. Here, you can ratchet from these points here over the top and then back down, create a real strong hold on there. You could also add some reinforcement back here. The kit also comes with this little half-ass flag you hang back here, obviously, so no one runs into you. And this extension also has this reflective red reflector in case anyone's driving around a Hyundai. They can see you nice and low there. So anyways, guys, try to make this video as short as possible. I'm going to use it now in the field, so keep watching. I'm going to take it to Lowe's. Right now I got some 1x4 material on here, a couple of deck planks. I'm going to be buying a lot more deck planks right now, so this stuff's going to get pretty heavy. So I'm going to see what kind of sag or drop this thing has with a good amount of deck boards up on it. So these are going back to Lowe's. These are getting bought. So that's what I'm here. I strap real fast. So I just threw my flag back here. I actually gonna get another flag and nail it up here, a bigger flag, before I roll out. It'll probably fly off on the road. Hopefully not, though. I'm pretty picky about that. So we'll get that back there. But this is what I mean by ratcheting it down. Really gives a good, I mean, that's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it's, unless you're driving like a complete ass, it's not going to go anywhere. It's much more secure than your traditional throw-in lumber. And then this is my little trick I do. I get the strap. Make sure your strap is perfectly up and down with your anchor point. Don't go this way or this way, because there's slack to be found there if it slips. And then I just kind of knot up my strap and I pull it back and pinch it. This way the extra stuff doesn't go flapping in the wind. So I may or may not modify this strap and dedicate it just to this kit in the long run. Now, I do want to note a couple things. So, being that this is an extension in the hitch, there is, if you really jar on that, you can move it side to side about an inch and a half both ways, and that play is actually coming from down there in the hitch receiver. Nothing to be concerned about, but something you should note. Also, your ground clearance is going to lessen because obviously this is cantilevering out, and if that's not perfectly machined and that's not perfectly machined together, it is going to drop. So when you have a load on here, and I'm going to note how much drop there is, but note the distance between back here and the ground. That may be important if you're backing in somewhere and you catch the ground on accident and you throw a bunch of shit through your bed and dent your truck up pretty bad. So that's something to note too. Let me actually take a measurement while it's sitting in this spot, and then I'll take an identical measurement when I get back and we can verify it. So we got a tape here. Down here at about 15 3/4, 16 inches of ground clearance there. At the bumper, got about 22. Back here, just to see, you could note the drop, 17 there. So you're losing about an inch and a half, inch and a quarter. So, all right, let's get this thing to load. All right, let's unpack this shit and get some new shit. Got 28 deck boards, 12 foot long. Throw them back there, see how this thing does. All right, there it is, loaded, strapped down. 28 boards, back of a teeny bed. My little secure method there. Flag's half-assed. I gotta smack the other flag on there. But there's the cantilever right there. So let's get this crap home. Here it is. I wanted to get it in the light so you can actually see how much it's taking back there, and it is solid. It is solid. You could drive like a complete ham. That stuff's not going anywhere for sure. All right, one more. I'm also gonna sit here and just really, I mean, look, the entire truck moves on its chassis before that stuff's moving around in the bed. It is on there. Solid, and that's a good amount of weight back there. Just typical load. I mean, I wouldn't load the entire bed full just because of that's the weakest point down here, but it seems to be really good. Here's the box that it comes in. Right here, I kind of torched through it, but find it on Amazon. I'll throw a link down below. All right, well, made it home, no problem. It's exactly how we latched it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing 5 stars, man. This thing is awesome. It will definitely make your baby bed on your truck actually usable when it comes to hauling some decent length lumber. I mean, this is 12-foot stuff, 16-foot stuff. I don't know if I'd run 16 foot on this particular unit, but 12 would definitely be, I think, the safe zone. I showed you a bunch of clips of this thing in the parking lot last clip, so that's the safe way to do it. I cruise down the highway at 60 miles an hour, a lot of turns in and out, even hit the Starbucks drive-through, grabbed a coffee, so no problems at all, no shifting whatsoever, and I think it's definitely worth the money. About 200 bucks, I believe, is what I paid for it. So now I can finish trimming out this whole fence and fixing it up and be done with this project. So anyways, guys, I always try to make my videos short. They always end up long. I'm sorry. I just like to show all the little details I like to see in a video before I make a decision on something. So remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll get you later.